I feel like there comes a time where it's just like, okay, see it on somebody else. Say, wow, that girl looks beautiful. That looks great on her, and keep it moving. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Keia, and on my channel we learn to enjoy nice things without finding our identity in them. So in today's video, I'm gonna be giving you 5 items that you should declutter. And if you're watching this, you probably, if you haven't already, there is a video that I would have uploaded last week that is an actual declutter video where I go through and I declutter all of the items in my wardrobe. So all of the clothing items in my wardrobe. I think I went from like 139 items down to 96. So got rid of a good chunk of things. I mean, 96, a lot of people would say that was a lot, but my intention with that video was never to be like, oh, I'm trying to get it down to a certain number. A lot of minimalist declutters are like, oh, getting rid of 100 things and turning it into 25. I would never lie to myself and say that I'm good. I'll be good with just 25 things. And this is all seasons because I enjoy variety. But my goal was to get rid of a lot of the things that I don't wear. Like, there's nothing worse than having a closet full of clothes and feeling like you have nothing to wear. It stems from a lot of things. So I'm gonna go into, let me just get into it. I'm gonna give you 5 items that you should declutter. So decluttering is kind of, I don't think it's like a one-stop shop or something that you do one and done. Like, sometimes I feel like you have to go back to it. This is not the first time that I had decluttered. I decluttered before I moved into this apartment. I did a big declutter when I moved here in May of last year. And I think I just also realized like there were a lot of things that I brought with me that I could have left behind. I could have left behind because I never wore them since I moved them in this place. But you know, we move. And I think clutter, like for me, I always go back to this one story. So I remember, I think this was years ago. My parents were painting my bedroom, and I had to, because they were painting my bedroom, we had to remove everything out of my room, dresser, I had a TV in my room, like just whatever knickknacks, everything out of my room. And the only thing that could be in my room which was covered with like a tarp, but then removed it when it was time for bed, was my bed. Like literally just my bed. And I had, like, my room was being changed from like this dark green to like white because I was like, I just want I want something bright. And I remember, I don't know what it was, but I had the best sleep of my life. I think it was like 3 nights that my room was like that. I had the best sleep of my life, and I kind of accredit it to not having clutter. I accredit it to not having clutter because it's the same room, it's the same bed, but because I didn't have so much distraction in the room and like all I could literally go in there to do was sleep, I was able to have a full, well-rested sleep. And I use that as an example because I think it goes, like, I can tie that into my closet and having clutter in my closet, cluttered with things that I don't wear. When I pare down and get rid of the distractions, get rid of the things that I don't touch, get rid of the things that were impulsive, I can actually confidently reach for the things that I actually do enjoy and tailor personal style more because it's just like, oh, I'm no longer distracted by these trends or distracted by these impulsive purchases that have just been sitting here. Okay, so the first thing you should declutter are clothes that you haven't worn in the last 6 months and excessive clothing for special occasions. So one thing that I realized is that while I was decluttering was that a lot of the things that I actually got rid of were things that I hadn't worn in years. And I was just holding on to them because it's like, oh, the money was already spent. So I was maybe feeling a bit like guilty about that. Why am I out of focus? Yeah, so like the money was already spent and I was maybe feeling a bit guilty about that, or yeah, they had just been there, and I just realized like that was like a bulk of the things that I got rid of. It was stuff I didn't wear, and a lot of that stuff can be occasion wear because it's just like, oh, I have this dress just in case. But it's like, okay, you've gone to a wedding, you haven't gone to a wedding. This is just an example, but it's like, okay, you wore that to a wedding, that specific item to a wedding. You're saying, oh, maybe if I go to another wedding, I'll wear it again. But then knowing myself, like, if I have a specific outfit that I always go to for weddings, or a specific outfit that I always go to for like a night out. So I'm not even touching that item, but I'm just holding on to it as a what if. So I got rid of like one of the things that I realized I had to declutter and just rehome, it's just even rehoming too. It might like just allowing it to be used by someone who's actually going to use it, sell it, donate it, because I don't reach for it. I haven't worn it in 6 months. Some things I honestly haven't even worn in a years, but it's those things that you haven't worn in more than 6 months, or like excessive occasion wear that it's like that what if item again. Those could be decluttered. Free up some space in your closet and free up your decision making from all the distractions. The second thing that you should declutter are clothes that no longer fit you, or clothes that you have to either gain weight or lose weight to wear. This is not something that I really had to deal with because I feel like my clothing size has stayed pretty consistent over the years. But I've heard this one before, like just with even like talking amongst peers or family members, it's just like, oh, I'm gonna keep this because once I like lose weight or once I gain weight, I'm gonna wear this again. If you actually know like you love that item and you're going to wear it when the time comes, then sure. But if you know that maybe you lose weight and as a milestone gift to yourself, you want to go shopping. Obviously, if you're saving, then you keep those items. Or if you don't have the funds to be buying new clothes, keep those items. And then when you reach your goal, you have them. But sometimes it's just like, maybe your style changes. Maybe you won't actually wear those things. Maybe you want to try something new once you do get to that goal. So I don't know. That one, like I said, it's more of a suggestion because it's not really something that I have had to deal with when in my own decluttering, but just something to think about. The third item that you should declutter are items that you like on other people that you purchased, but you don't like them on yourself. So like purchases that you made out of coveting. And this one I say because I definitely recognize some of those purchases in my declutter as well. So one specific item was like this one skirt, and like I loved it because I love the color. It was like a rich brown, and like when I saw it on the website or whatever, I bought it because I liked how it looked on that model. But then when I actually bought it and tried it on for myself, the slit is so high I feel uncomfortable. So it's like, okay, I've worn it before, but then when I'm walking, I'm all like, like trying to like cover up and feeling uncomfortable. So I feel like there comes a time where it's just like, okay, see it on somebody else. Say, wow, that girl looks beautiful. That looks great on her, and keep it moving. Like, it's not necessary to have these things because then you end up buying things. It looks good on somebody else. It may not look particularly good on your particular body type, or you might not like the fit on yourself, but you bought it because you liked it on somebody else. And now it's sitting in your closet because when you do wear it, you feel uncomfortable. So yeah, I think those are some more items that should be decluttered that you can just free up some space with. The fourth item that you should declutter are clothing that is impractical to your lifestyle. And I kind of touched on this in the third one, but like clothing that you feel uncomfortable wearing. But yeah, going off of that again, if it's impractical to your lifestyle, if you're more of an active person, you probably don't need 10 skirts. You know what I mean? You probably don't need 10 slip skirts. You probably or you probably would lean towards more active wear. So like go for that. Like you can have the 1 or 2 skirts for those occasions, or 1 or 2 skirts or 1 or 2 dresses for those occasions. But if you know you're more of an active person or more of a casual person, it's better to just keep those items that you actually lean towards and declutter the ones that you don't reach for because it's just irrelevant to your lifestyle. And the fifth item of clothing that you should declutter are clothes that you bought for the person that you wish you were / the person that you strive to be. So if you watched, I think it was my second upload where I was talking about 5 bad shopping habits that keep you in debt. I talked about when you shop for your ideal self as opposed to your real self. And I think those items that you bought for your ideal self, you should probably declutter those if they're just taking up space and you don't reach for them. Because like I said, and I think that kind of ties off of the previous fourth item that you could declutter. Maybe you saw it on somebody else, or this is the person I strive to be, so I'm gonna purchase things that I think my ideal self would wear, but then when it really comes down to it, you don't even reach for those things and they're just sitting in your closet collecting dust. So I think those are some items that you can declutter. And as you guys know, I'm on a debt-free journey. So a lot of the things, like I think I even realized too, like a lot of the things that I actually was decluttering, like they're in great condition because I just like, a lot of them were like impulsive. Like they were impulsive. I bought them because I liked them in that moment. And then because I did, like I liked them in that moment, but then I never reached for them. So they're in great condition. So if you're also on a debt-free journey, declutter those clothes that are in great condition that you don't reach for and go and sell them. Sell them, and what it can't be sold, donate it. Like get some money in and you can throw that towards your debt as well. So yeah, thank you for watching my video on 5 things that you should declutter. If there's any that I missed that you think would be beneficial to helping other people declutter, please leave that down in the comments below. If you haven't already, I'd like to ask that you would like this video. If you enjoyed this video, like this video, comment down below and subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram at keia. So yeah, thank you so much for taking the time out to watch this video, and I'll see you in my next upload. Bye.